Okay, I hope everyone has printed out their calendar for the month and that you guys have started your client challenge where you are encouraging them to create their own user-generated content that they either tag you in or that you post yourself on Thursday. So remember, there's going to be a winner at the end of the month, so make sure you're tallying those up. Also, a quick reminder that this Sunday happens to be 9/11 and it's also Grandparents' Day. So if you're going to make a personal post, either honoring your grandparents or your children, if you have children, their grandparents, don't forget to honor, those 2 days if you choose to on social media, because that also shows the human side of you. So this week's social media tip of the week, I want to show you all how to add text on your TikToks, but also changing the duration of how long that they're there. So if you've ever seen those videos and you see people that are pointing and you're wondering, how does it show up where there's words where it comes and goes? I'm about to show y'all. So first things first is you are going to open up your TikTok account. So make sure you follow along with me. I'm going to make sure on the screen that it shows my keystrokes as I navigate the app. All right, here we go. So this is one that I found. Okay. So it says home buyers coming back out. So the first thing I would do is I would study this a little bit and I would probably make a little cheat sheet. So the main title is home buyers coming back out. And you can see that text is kind of like his main hook, and it stays there for the entire duration of the video. And then he has after seeing, and you don't have to ever do it exactly like somebody else does. You always want to put your own spin on it. And obviously he's walking through a door to give it some dynamic. I can't really do that right now in this setting, but I'm going to make sure to have in here price reduction, which he spelled incorrectly. Price reduction, housing sitting on market, house sitting on market. So I'm just writing these down, and sellers, just put seller concessions. Now, one thing to note, if you ever come across somebody's TikTok and you really like the sound, remember the audio that's being used, you can see there's a little circle in the bottom right-hand corner that is making that rotation circle. So you just click the audio and it says here, use this sound. If you have the business account where, remember, you can't technically post audio if you're running a business that has copyright concerns or issues. So if you ever run into an issue where you're like, this is a trending audio, why can't I have it? It's because it's a business account. And technically, if you violate their rules, they could shut your account down. So you really want to follow the copyright laws and policies that they have in place. So for this, I'm going to click use sound right there in the middle. Now, see at the very top where it says record up to 6 seconds, that means that audio clip is only 6 seconds long. Even though in the middle where it says I could record 3 minutes, 60 seconds, or 15 seconds, if I go past 6 seconds, then that means the audio is going to shut off and it may still see me doing motion, but it's going to look a little wonky because the audio is not there. So just know mentally you have about 6 seconds to get this clip down. I always use the timer. So if you look at the right, the second one from the top, it says 10. If you tap that, you can choose between a 3-second or a 10-second timer. I do 10 because I like to get situated. And this is how, if you've ever wondered, how to edit and remove the fact of you like hitting the record button and then you hit stop record, you can use this timer to not have to do that. So I will show you. I'm going to pick up my tripod that fell. Hey guys, I am wearing one heel and not a heel. And it's because I just got back from my daughter's volleyball game and I was wearing heels. And when I went to do this video, it was going to cut me off at the top. So I am currently with a little wobbly here. So I'm going to hit start countdown and it's going to start counting down from 10, 9, 8. So I know exactly when it's going to start, which is very helpful because let's say I'm behind a door and I was walking in. I'm back again. Here's the audio, and I could point if I wanted to. Okay. All right. So here's what you do next. So it kind of shows you. Now I'm going to add the audio. So remember at the very beginning, it was home buyers coming back out. So home buyers coming back out. And if you remember, there was a white box around the title. So all I would do is where you see the letter A and a little box, if you tap it twice, it'll fill in a box for you. See, just like that. If you want to reposition it, you just hit done at the top right-hand corner and you can squeeze it in and out. You can make it angled and you can position it wherever you want. I did not do this in the correct depth that he did, but remember this one was going to stay here. And then he had after seeing, and you could always change the font type. So you can see I just moved it to typewriter. I could do handwriting, so I could say after seeing. I think he did this one black. So see how I just tap the colors and I can choose which one I want. If I tap it again, it makes the black a little transparent. So I can hit done. And again, you don't have to do exactly like he did, but all right. So these two, for the duration, they stayed there the entire time. So now we need to add those 3 items that he had that came and went. So I'm going to hit price reduction. Okay, but I want to change the font back to, let's just do classic. Price reduction. And I'm going to hit the background green. I'll do yellow because blue and yellow are complementary colors. So since I'm wearing a blue top, this will really help make it pop. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do all of these. And I'm just going to put them here. Price reductions. I'm going to do this again. He said seller concessions. A crack in my screen. Seller concessions. Goodness gracious. Come on. Okay. Now again, I'm going to tap the A. Oh, I'm doing yellow. Seller concessions. I'm going to put it there. And don't worry, we're going to change the duration at the very end. House sitting on market. Hit the A twice. And then I'm going to put it here. Okay, so remember it's 6 seconds long, so maybe I want to make each one about a second. I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger, make this one a little bit bigger so they're about the same size. Okay, so I'm going to tap on price reduction, and I want them to only see the home buyers coming back out and after seeing. I want them to be able to have enough time to read that first before I hit them with price reduction, seller concession, home sitting. So if we have 6 seconds, and let's say the first 2 will be for the title, that gives us really about a second for each one. So I'm going to tap, I'm going to take my finger and tap on price reduction, and I'm going to hit set duration in the middle. If you wanted to change the color for any reason or change what the word says, Champ, will you close that door, please? Because the new cat, the bell keeps going. My son is in here at the moment. Yeah, you can shut the door. You can stay in here if you want, but just, we can hear the bell. Okay, so I'm going to hit, if I wanted to hit edit, this is where I could edit the different letters and the different colors. So you can come watch this too if you want. This is how you change. You don't have to hide. It's okay. It's okay. You can stand up. It's okay. It's fine. So you're good. But let's not be weird, okay? Hide your crazy a bit. So we're going to click on price reduction, and this is where I'm going to hit set duration. Now, this shows me, so I can toggle the very beginning where the red is. This is where it would start. So maybe I'm going to have it start at 2 seconds, and I want it to end at 3. You guys see how I did that? So now I'm going to take my finger, and I'm going to tap seller concessions. And now I want this one to start at 3 seconds, maybe 3.1. 3, that's where I was, right? So do 4.1. Yeah, because I want it to be a second. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to tap. So see at the very bottom where it ends at 4.9 seconds, see the red bar all the way to the right? It tells you where it ends. Now I can click on the last one, and I'm going to move it all the way over to 4.9. Okay, let's not do that because I'm trying to teach. Thinks it's like it's 15 minutes of fame. Okay. All right, you can go over there. ×4, people, ×4. So I'm going to now hit the check mark. So now we're going to see it put all together, and you're going to see the different durations of the different text.
I'm back again. I know a lot of I'm back again. I know a lot of
Okay. So hopefully this is a good example. I'm not going to post this. If I wanted to, I'll just go ahead and kind of finish this last part, because it's kind of, a lot of people get stuck on how to do the hooks. When you're on TikTok, they make it really easy. So I can hit select cover at the bottom and see here I can choose like this yellow one, and I could make my own hook or cover page. Or maybe I want to use this one or the red. So you could make your own thumbnail, so to speak, using the built-in feature of TikTok. That's how easy TikTok makes it. So I'm going to now hit save, and I'm going to save this to my drafts. So that is it. That's how easy it can be to use TikTok. And if you wanted to do the one that's pointing, I do have one on my TikTok. It was long ago when it said, what's your age? What's your sign? What do you do? And I'm pointing like this. And I just lined up the text exactly where I'm pointing. So I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions, remember, practice, practice, practice. But if you have questions, just email the marketing team and we will be more than happy to help. And then don't forget, keep executing your strategy for September this coming week. Remember, Monday is a good day to do your pop buys to your partners that send you business. Tuesdays, I want you to go live and do a seller buy down or a move up TCA strategy. Wednesday, you're going to host your quarterly or partner/client event. Those of you who are hosting events, which I really hope everybody is. Thursday, when you're making your database calls, it's with the last name starting with Q. So there's probably not a lot of people in your database with the last name that starts with Q, but the following week is R and the next week is S. So you may want to look ahead and see how many people you have for each of those and divide them up just to be proactive in looking ahead. So a few more weeks until the end of third quarter. Let's double down on content. Make sure you're studying your game. And as always, reach out to us if you need more support. Y'all take care.